I've been playing the new Destiny mobile gacha game, Destiny Rising, for the past few days, and these are my honest first impressions of the game. I followed the Destiny franchise for the full 10 years, and recently I've been playing and creating content for more than a few mobile gacha games. I feel pretty qualified to give an informed perspective about Destiny Rising, and this video should hopefully make sense to you regardless of your familiarity with the Destiny franchise or other gacha games. We will cover Destiny Rising's gameplay, gacha mechanics, monetization practices, and so much more, so let's get started. Destiny Rising's gameplay is unlike anything I have personally seen in a mobile gacha game. The graphics are impressive and even competitive with some games released only on console and PC. Let's go over the basics. Destiny Rising is a shooter game where you choose which character you play before loading into a mission, activity, or free roam exploration area to fight enemies. Defeat enemies to earn loot, which includes weapons, character upgrade materials, gacha currency, in-game flair for bragging rights, and more. A typical daily cycle in Destiny Rising looks like logging in and doing some gameplay activities to upgrade your characters and their weapons and abilities. Each day, you want to complete your daily Battle Pass bounties and spend your pinnacle energy that regenerates each day to acquire more powerful rewards. If you want, you can continue playing to progress the story, participate in PvP, explore the environment, or other challenging activities for prestige and additional powerful rewards. But how does the game actually feel to play? Destiny Rising features the #1 reason the Destiny franchise is famous: incredibly satisfying gunplay gameplay. The combat in this game is very engaging, and it is always exciting to use my weapons and abilities to defeat the wide variety of enemies before me. This is a gacha game that is so fun to play that I frequently find myself forgetting about the rewards I initially launched the activity for. This is a fully fleshed out gaming experience that doesn't feel hindered by being a mobile game much at all. I enjoy collecting new characters, upgrading them and using them in combat, and feeling myself get more powerful as I build my account. As someone who has played a lot of Destiny and a lot of gacha games, I can genuinely say that this game is the best of both worlds for me. I honestly expect this to become my main gacha game just because of how fun the gameplay is. Destiny Rising is indeed a gacha game, so let's talk about the gacha system and what that means for you. As someone with quite a bit of experience in gacha games, this game's gacha system is actually really generous. You are guaranteed to get a mythic 5-star character in 60 pulls, which is an extremely low amount of required pity, which is a mechanic used in gacha games to mitigate RNG. You appear to be guaranteed to get the banner character you are pulling for, and so far there isn't an exotic weapon banner, but I wouldn't be terribly surprised to see one added in the future. Before we continue, I'd like to emphasize that the gacha system is a mostly optional mechanic in the game. I'm 100% confident that if you really want to, you will be able to complete the Destiny Rising story campaign without rolling on the gacha banner. This is actually kind of a common challenge in gacha games. You are forced to use the main character Wolf multiple times in the story, and they're actually pretty powerful, honestly. All playable characters have a rarity of either 4 or 5 stars, and you will get the majority of your new characters from the gacha or draw system. You will get Ikora and Kaber, who are both 4 stars, for free by progressing the story. There is one permanent banner that features 4 standard 5-star characters, Ningfei, Tantu, Jolder, and Maru, who are serviceable but not superb characters, as well as a limited time character banner that usually features a more powerful character. At the time of recording, the current banner character is Stella, but Gwen, who I'm sure you're probably familiar with, will arrive soon. I have had a pretty positive experience in the gacha system so far, and I've already pulled my first standard 5-star character, Ning Fei. He is really fun to play and has plenty of sassy personality. You can get 4-star characters and other materials from the gacha banner as well. At one point I pulled a large sum of Bright Dust to purchase cosmetics with, which was actually super unsatisfying because I can't find a way to spend Bright Dust in this alpha. But anyway, I think the gacha system is much more generous than all of the other gacha games I play. But it's important to remember that this is an alpha and things are subject to change. Let's talk about the game's monetization methods. The game does feature a battle pass as well as a daily login pass, which provides 90 Lumina Leaf gacha currency per day. It's common knowledge in gacha games that purchasing the daily login pass, which I expect to be $5 monthly, is by far the most value you can get for your money. The battle pass includes more gacha currency, upgrade materials, cosmetic items, emotes, and more. There doesn't appear to be anything that could be considered pay to win in the battle pass or monetization, just pay to access faster. And I do expect that you will be able to purchase the gacha currency directly, which will increase your capabilities to pull the new limited time characters. But as we've established, none of that should be required to progress through the game. In my honest opinion, I think that Destiny Rising will be very easy to stay competitive and up to date in without spending a lot of money, especially if you play and spend your pinnacle energy consistently. Like, you are gonna be okay. I think there are some minor misconceptions about what to expect from monetization in Destiny Rising, because from the information that we have now, it certainly does not seem like we will be directly purchasing power or anything from the in-game store. The most important thing that you can do in Destiny Rising is consistently log in and consistently spend your pinnacle energy to upgrade your equipment and make your account more powerful. If you swipe your credit card and you collect all of the rare characters in the game, but you don't use your pinnacle energy to build them, they're worthless. And a free-to-play player who logs in every day and spends their stamina will beat a whale with all of the rare characters who never plays 9 times out of 10. And I'm being serious. I'm being serious. You need to play. You can spend to get quicker character upgrades, but you're still gonna have to play. So it's a good thing that the game is fun to play. Because some of these gacha games, even ones that I play, are not always fun to play. And you have to do things to get rewards that you don't want to. So the good news is that Destiny Rising is fun to play. And based on my experience in gacha games and in Destiny Rising so far, I see no need to wail in Destiny Rising. I will get the battle pass, I will get the daily login, but the pity is so low, I shouldn't need to swipe to get the characters that I want. And those are my honest, unscripted thoughts. Some of this video has been scripted, some of it hasn't been. That was not scripted. Let's talk about Destiny Rising's controls. Destiny Rising offers both touchscreen controls and the ability to pair and play with a controller. In this closed alpha test, I have played using both control methods about 50-50. Here are my thoughts. The mobile controls are serviceable, but certainly need some improvement. Aiming and shooting automatic weapons such as auto rifles is comfortable because of a healthy amount of constantly updating aim assist, but some weapons and abilities that require more precision are much more difficult. I tried to main Ikora, and I found her gameplay loop particularly difficult to play on mobile controls because her weapons are double grenade launchers and they're very difficult to aim precisely. Using her abilities to group enemies together before attacking does help with that, but it was a little clunky. There is an auto shoot option that should help those who are finding the mobile controls difficult, but I found this option to be pretty confusing and unintuitive so far. I tried it once or twice and turned it off after not finding it helpful. Controlling your characters on mobile is honestly pretty difficult, and I failed a jump puzzle that was required to progress in the chapter mission menu multiple times. Now, I know it sounds like I'm talking smack on mobile controls, and I am a little bit, but I think that if you are more familiar with mobile controls, you probably won't be as confused as I am, but I will happily use the mobile controls to log in to complete my daily missions and spend my pinnacle energy. It's not ideal, but it's not that big of a deal. Destiny Rising really starts to shine once you connect a controller, where it performs unlike anything I've ever seen on the mobile market so far. There is a healthy amount of aim assist for every weapon and ability, and the rumble feedback is incredibly engaging. It's easy to switch to and acquire new targets, and every gun I've fired so far feels fun to use. The Destiny franchise is famous for featuring guns that are very fun to shoot, and Destiny Rising is no exception. As for controller criticisms, controlling your characters still feels a little too floaty, and it can be difficult to move exactly where you want to go. And I also found it difficult to navigate some of the menus on controller. I ended up just tapping some things on my phone nearby. But I think that just about wraps up my first impressions of Destiny Rising, the new Destiny mobile gacha game developed by Netease. I really enjoy the game so far, and I intend to keep playing and covering Destiny Rising, including any and all future playtests for the foreseeable future. I absolutely cannot wait for this game's full release. I do have a new YouTube channel only for Destiny Rising that is linked below, so if you're interested in Destiny Rising, please consider subscribing to that channel. I think that Destiny Rising will become my main game over time, but I made an additional channel just for the game because it is a little bit different from the gacha games I currently play. We might put all the Destiny Rising content on this channel. Honestly, we're gonna have to see. Please let me know what you think of this video and Destiny Rising in the comments below. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know. Please take care of yourselves, be good, and bye-bye now.